I'm an emergency manager. I'm getting a lot of questions about what containment means on wildfires. So containment means how much of the fire is lined. And what I mean by that is if a fire is like this and it's moving up here, it's going forward, right? It's going this way. This is the head moving up because the winds are blowing it. They're going to try and the firefighters are going to try and get in front of it and stop it. And then they're going to try and stop it on the side, stop it on the side, and stop it on the bottom. So they're boxing it in, right? It's exactly what that sounds like. I can't explain that one any clearer. You're trying to box the fire in. So when they say containment, that is the percentage of the border, the perimeter of the fire that has been stopped or blocked in. And that's with various things. That can be with dug trenches. That can be with bulldozer lines. Yep, they drive bulldozers through forests sometimes and just bulldoze a whole line. That can mean retardant drop lines. That can mean fire drop lines. We're drawing lines around the fire, and that's why we're boxing it in. So when I say box it in, I don't mean a rectangle or a square. We're just drawing lines around it to stop the fire, right? We're trying to trap it. We're not putting out the middle of the fire. We don't have enough resources or water. Wildfires are way too big and way too hot for that. We're just trying to box it in with all these little lines. So the percentage is how many lines do we have around this fire? When it comes to like measuring the containment, 10 years ago, it was done by foot. A lot of times still, they will have people that will walk the line or walk the fire. And that is legitimately just wildland personnel walking all the way around that line to inspect and make sure that there's trench dug, there's the land is cleared, it's been doused in water or it's been doused in retardant. The fuel is cleared. So you have to think about fire on the most basic level. We got to take it down to the basic fire science, the fire triangle, which is like firefighting school 101. But some people haven't learned this, and that's okay. Fire needs three things to exist and survive and thrive. It needs oxygen, it needs heat, and it needs fuel. In our atmosphere, we can't just go taking away the oxygen from fires. That's not really possible for us on a big scale, right? When it comes to the heat, you can kind of take it away by dousing it in some water. It's not really going to do the whole thing. What you can take away very quickly and on mass scale is its fuel. So that's where the lines come in, right? You're digging a trench, you're taking away all the shrubs, anything it can burn. It's just down to dirt. It is an actual trench that a line of men and women will go and dig with shovels, or a bulldozer will go and clear and dig, or the retardant. And when the retardant is dropped, that red powder stuff that comes out of the planes, that fire can't burn through that. That's a chemical the fire cannot get past. And then same with a water drop. So like a bucket drop would be when they drop like a spot of water, like from the bucket off the bottom of a helicopter, or a plane goes by, like the super scoopers, when they drop, they're going in such a straight line so quickly that when they open their belly doors, the water kind of goes in a line and that douses one area and it gets it all wet. So it's the same thing as pouring water on a campfire, right? Not 100% gonna work necessarily. You might have a little bit of fire left there, but if they really do a drop and they nail it, which there's a couple of videos of guys really nailing drops on this fire, you're doing a great job of killing that fuel, taking the fuel away from the fire, right? So another way to measure besides somebody like physically walking the line of the fire is using infrared imagery, which is a lot of times when you'll see the military aircraft start to show up. Not only do some of them do firefighting, and some of the ground guys and gals also do firefighting, but you'll see them come in because we really like their infrared heat technology. And so they will fly over the fires or around the fires and they'll see exactly like what hot spots are existing, where the fire is. Infrared technology really helps us to map out fires. If you have more questions about containment or there was anything that's like not super clear, just ask in the comments. I'll be happy to try and help.